Once upon a time, a girl named Felicity and a boy named Peter bought an abandoned 1830s farmhouse in New York. And today, it's a Friday, we're taking a quick trip out to the property. We want to check on the barn demolition, but most importantly, we have finally made contact with a representative from the internet company. And so we are going out to meet the representative and our electricians to make sure that everybody's on the same page about how the internet is being installed and who is doing what. So that's why we're here today. Also, I have a couple of questions at the end of the video for you guys. So if you could stick around to the end of the video and answer those questions. One of them is about naming the house, and the other one is about any ideas for small buildings we might be able to put on a specific part of the property. So I'd really appreciate your feedback in the comments below on both of those things. Let's get started. Okay, so big changes. It is Friday, August 16th. It is 2 days since we were here last. But look what a big change. The barn is mostly down. Apparently we missed the excitement yesterday when the guys were pulling the siding off. A snake, a live snake, fell out of the siding and just about hit one of the guys in the head, and it unfortunately was a poisonous snake, so it had to be killed, which I don't love, but I also don't love poisonous snakes on my property. So the barn is almost down. I believe the plan is to finish taking this down this weekend, and you can see there's a pile of smaller stuff here, and then up here you can see there's just different stuff that has come out. There's whatever this was, which looks a little intriguing to me, but I'm not really sure what it was. A cabinet of some kind. To be honest with you, I'm not really quite sure what the different piles of stuff mean, but they have also been taking the bushes down. You can see what we think is the flagpole there. And then there's just different piles of stuff that is being salvaged and thrown away. And they've also been working on the woods, so let me take you back to the woods. Here's the area behind the barn. They've been clearing out in here, and it looks like Trenton is about to leave. That is the Empire fiber optic man who met us here to talk about laying the fiber optic line. His name is Trenton. He's amazing. And I know this doesn't sound sexy to you guys, but take a look. We have a parking lot. We have a driveway. We have a place off the road that people can pull in to park. Isn't that amazing? It's so cool. You guys, I never thought in a million years I would be this excited about a driveway. But what a difference it makes to be able to actually pull directly into the property and not have to park on the street. I can't even tell you how much fun that is. Okay, let's take you up to the other part of the woods, and I will show you they cut down the trees that are in the way of the septic drain field. On our way to the woods, this is the kind of trailer that we're thinking we might acquire for Stardust to pull. Stardust is a Crosstrek, so she doesn't have amazing pulling capacity compared to the other Subarus. So even though the walls on this are not very high, Stardust can't actually pull a lot of weight, and so something like this might be quite good. Right behind it, if you will remember, if you saw the last video, and if not, this will be brand new to you, this is where the drain field for the septic is going. Now when we were in here 2 days ago, there was a lot more brush and it wasn't nearly as wide. Now it is way wider, and they have cut down all of the trees that were marked, including that one. So you can see they've been cutting down quite a lot of small brush, all of which again is staying on the property because we asked them to keep it on the property, and we're going to use it in hagelkultur beds, or we're going to mulch it, or use it in some capacity. So that's why you see all the untidy piles. So this is, walk down here, walking over our future septic drain field. How exciting. I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm not as excited about the septic system. I know it has to go in. It's expensive. It's taking up a lot of real estate. I'm way more excited, to be honest with you, about the driveway. But that may just because the driveway is immediately usable. So you can see one of the stumps there. That was one of the trees they took down. There's a stump there. There's a stump there. And then this was the biggest one that they took down. You can see there's quite a wide swath of material that is no longer there. So when Jeff, who is our septic and earthworks guy, comes back, he's going to use his backhoe and pull out all of the stumps. The only other thing that I'm noticing, this is the first time I've been here on a Friday night. It's about 5:30 or 6, and there's a lot of car traffic going by, but it's not nearly as noisy. Maybe you can hear it in the background of the video. It's not nearly as noisy as the box trucks and the semi trucks going up and down. And our neighbors across the street were home, and so I took the drum set over, well, part of the drum set over, and then they came over and took the rest of the set, which was great because there was a piece that I couldn't hold. And they said, this is pretty typical. Friday nights, you're going to hear a lot of traffic. Saturdays, there's going to be a lot of campers going up and down. And then during the week, of course, there's the box trucks and stuff. So this actually doesn't bother me, this kind of constant traffic noise in the background. This is not too bad. It's gotten gray. It's a beautiful temperature. It's about 78 degrees. There's a breeze. I am really looking forward to sitting out on the porch. Probably next spring, maybe this fall. But I'm really looking forward to sitting out on the porch and just relaxing at the end of the day. And I'm really looking forward to designing this property. Every time we come back here, I get really excited for the work to be done. Speaking of work getting done, so the reason that we were here today was to meet Trenton from the Empire Fiber Optic Company, because our electrician who just left has graciously agreed to run some fiber optic cable when they are running electric wiring through the house. And so we wanted to make sure that was going to square up, and we wanted to make sure that all the systems will work. And they also talked about the trench coming in, because of course we have a driveway here which we can dig through and put back together, but I want to save what's left of this tree as much as possible, since it's the only big tree we have on the front. And so I believe everything's been decided. Everybody walked through. Trenton had a chance to talk to Dan and Patrick, both of our electricians, who I have only met over the phone. And actually Patrick I had not met at all. I'd only heard about him from conversations with Peter. So very exciting to get that done. The only other thing, and I could use your guys' thinking caps on this is a long-term project. Peter and I are talking about wanting to put either a tiny house or a cottage, some sort of secondary, maybe like a 1-bedroom or maybe a 2-bedroom, and it would be up here. But I'm looking at this space now, and if we kept the line of trees here to separate this from the driveway in our house, it's actually not a super huge footprint here, especially if we wanted to put something up along the road. If you have thoughts on what we should put in this space in the future, please drop them in the comments below. Okay, that's it for today. It was a quick update this time, a quick trip out here to meet Trenton from the fiber optic company and meet the electricians and get that conversation sorted, because if we don't have Wi-Fi out here, this is not a habitable place for us because we both work from home. So that was really great. It's great to see progress on the barn, and really just great to be, every time I'm out here I feel happy that something has happened. It may not be quite as dramatic always as I want it to be, but every time I'm out here I feel better and better about restoring this place. We talked about a name for the house on the way over here. We're thinking about Sophia's Rest or Sophia's Tell or Sophia's Tour, something like that. So we're kind of playing with a name for the house to see if it fits. So let me know what you think about that based on what you've seen of the house so far. If you have any other house names, I would be very curious to hear them. And I will see you soon for a next update. Bye for now.